We're here at another spot interview with special guest Chris Garcia.
To evil!
Who is the founder, CEO, creative director, president, grand poobah, and mighty lord... What? Mighty Lord something. There's a word. Mighty Lord Cthulhu? No. No more saying the word Cthulhu.
Yes, evil.
Mighty Lord... Is it water?
No.
Oh. Mighty Lord something or other of The Drink Tank, which is a fanzine of some renown. Not only is it of some renown, as...
Come on.
No. Chris is a fan... No, I don't. Don't you know I'm, like, converting to Mormonism? No, I'm not. Islam, actually. Look at the strapped vest. No. And this is not Muhammad. So, Chris is not only known for his fanzines, he's also known as a Hugo Award nominee. How many times?
8 times.
Eight-time nominee.
Not one,
Nine
not
times
two,
a charm.
not three, not 4, 5, 6, 7,
Isn't it
8.
9 times a charm?
9 times a charm.
It's a misnomer that 3 times is a charm. And
I
Chris
think
has
the
proven
single
that point
digits are
twice.
your friend.
Yes.
So, Chris, we've had many interviews on neverendingpanel.com. We have not had a fanzine editor, creator on the show. For people who don't know what a fanzine is, why don't you tell us what it is and what yours is about that sort of separates it from the others, so much so that you've been nominated.
8 times.
8 times.
8 times.
Yes. What's shocking is a fanzine is basically any magazine that's made by a fan.
Okay.
And I am, shocking to myself more than anything, a fan. And so there are a lot of fanzines that are sort of directed toward things like a specific author or a show or doing fan fiction. And mine is sort of directed towards stuff I think is awesome.
Right.
And it can vary from, I've had issues which are completely dedicated to pro wrestling, issues that delve into the works of authors like Cory Doctorow, or my personal favorite issue of all time was about corsets. I had one about...
Well, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I had one about cocktails.
Right.
Didn't you find the corset one a little binding?
Yeah, it was a little tight.
Oh.
It was tight writing stuff.
Well, at least he was keeping abreast of the situation.
That's true.
Yes.
Yes, and...
Everyone was hooked.
Oh, can we string this one along any further?
We certainly could. But yeah, so I've been doing this now for about 5 years.
Okay.
But we were following a good thread.
We were past the puns. We were moving into the 5-year part.
Oh,
It's
5 years.
his. It's about him now.
I know.
Yeah,
How about your
word.
pun?
But so I've been doing this for 5 years, and
Wait, you've been doing it for 5 years and got 8 nominations within 5 years?
well, I have 2 separate categories that I'm nominated in the past 4 years.
Got it.
Which was one is for best fan writer,
Okay.
which is for most of the writing I do is in the Drink Tank, and some of it is elsewhere in all sorts of different places. That is wacky and zany. Actually,
So you've been nominated twice.
4 times in 2 categories
4 times in 2 years.
Within 5 years.
within 5 years.
Very impressive.
So there's some years you're up there twice.
Every year I'm up there twice.
God, this has got to be annoying as hell for you.
Yeah, it's like
Have you ever had an itch you just can't scratch?
God, another
I mean,
nomination.
it's got to be right there.
I got it!
Yeah, it's weird actually. The first time I got nominations, I was actually at work, and I'm checking my email, and then there's this email comes in, and I'm like, yes! And
I got nominated for a Hugo! Suck it!
My boss comes in and looks at me and says, what just happened? And I said, well, I got nominated for this award. What award? The Hugo. And I say, it's sort of like the Oscars of science fiction. And he goes, oh, I know what the Hugos are. I'm just shocked you got one. And I was like, oh.
So he cursed you then and there.
And there, yes. So, but I've been lucky. I've lost to, I believe I'm the only person on the ballot who has ever lost to 3 different people. Because there was one guy who won for 20-something years, Dave Langford.
Right.
20 years in a row.
Wow.
And so I lost to him once, John Scalzi once, and Shel Morgan once.
Right.
And now I'm getting ready to lose to Fred Pohl once. So
Fred who?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Man, you're just like...
Yeah.
That would be like going up against Cory Doctorow, Harry Turtledove, and Orson Scott Card.
Yeah,
Twice.
Except for it's more likely that my guy might not make it to the actual voting point.
And he'll still win.
No,
He'll
for
still
you,
win.
he'll still win. They'll roll him in like on breathing machines and all sorts of machines that go beep,
Yeah.
so that he can accept the award
Exactly.
over Chris Garcia.
The entire reason that he's up there is so that I don't win, which I think is great.
Ha Chris didn't make it award.
Yes, exactly. And I'm up in the fanzine for the Drink Tank. I'm up against a podcast called Starship Sofa, which is hugely popular, very Welsh or Scottish or Irish, one of those lesser peoples. And okay, other than I love you, England. I do.
We love you, England.
Word.
Word.
And it's interesting that I get to lose.
Well, I've got a couple of problems with England. No.
That's a different panel. All right, so these are the you write about what you want when you want, and you vary it up, and obviously it's causing enough attention and drawing enough praise that you're getting nominated.
Yeah, it's shocking.
So give us a few, if you don't mind, some examples of some of the things that you've written about, or do people send stuff into you as well that you edit, or it's so in other words, it's not all you writing.
Yeah, it's not all me.
Gotcha.
It's I have a bunch of writers who write parts of stuff. My buddy James Bacon out in the UK actually is a frequent contributor. A fellow named Terrell Wayne, who is a Huguenot fan artist, is also a writer.
Got it.
Sent me stuff.
We have promised to write on your fanzine.
Yes, he had.
And have not delivered.
We have not delivered, but we have promised.
But we
and
have
you
promised,
now know.
and now you
that
know.
we're a bunch of lying
Yes, but what's amazing is that it's one of those things where since there is no editor step between me and what gets out there,
right.
I can write
it's all
anything.
your fault.
Yes, exactly. It's all my fault.
Okay,
one thing, and everyone seems to be very forgiving. But even more impressive is that I can write about things like I had this one random thought one time about what would happen if Superman had actually been the editor of a fanzine called The Daily Planet, and so I wrote this 1,500 word essay basically about it, and then I followed that up actually with a look at the Republican politics of the 1890s, and it was a very interesting.
That's an interesting cocktail of ideas.
Yeah, so I really it's sort of my brain on paper. It's here, it's there,
right.
it's here, it's there, it's here, it's there, and it's got art.
Right.
Ooh, squirrel.
Yeah. Squirrel.
Yes.
That's
But
what Eitan and I were affectionately referred to as ADOS, which is attention deficit. Ooh, shiny. Right.
ooh,
Yeah.
I could buy that.
Yeah, you can buy that.
And actually, the next issue that's coming up has a Nobel Prize winner,
Wow.
an Ig Nobel Prize winner.
Big Nobel
Big
Prize.
Yes,
Right.
who won for discovering the correlation between the amount of money strippers make in tips and their menstrual periods. And then Steve Wozniak.
Wow.
So it's it's got real people in it. It's I'm shocked.
Right.
So it's so much fun. It's it eats up a lot of my life, but I love it.
Do you have a favorite story that stands out over the years, or something other than
It's funny. There's a fanzine I do with a couple friends of mine from the UK called Journey Planet, and I wrote this sort of oh my god, my life sucks because all these women hurt me essay called called 8 Science Fiction Novels and 8 Women, which was about how these 8 women and these 8 science fiction novels are eternally tied together. The time that the girlfriend I was dating at the time basically threw me out and wouldn't let me take my Kim Stanley Robinson books with me.
Oh, that is cruel.
The woman who I forgot to get her phone number, and we met over talking about books in the St. Louis airport.
The one who was perfect for you.
Yeah, would have been. Yeah. So, there's all these little stories about this. So, it's fun. Hey, we're getting a signal.
Oh, that means we have to
Wrap it up.
What
What is the one thing you want people to read in the future that you're working on now that you think,
Well,
damn it,
go to the site.
Yeah, go to efanzines.com.
efanzines.com.
And look for anything that has Chris Garcia in it.
Anything with
Anything.
The Drink Tank, Claims Department, Journey Planet, or Exhibition Hall, my steampunk fanzine.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Drinktank.com, or just Google. Well, you can't Google Chris Garcia, but if you Google fanzine Christopher or Chris.
Chris Garcia, yeah.
Chris Garcia, you'll find it. And
KRC.
A CH.
CH.
Yes.
Christopher Garcia, thank you very much for being on NeverEndingPanel.com.
Hey, glad to. Cheers.
Eitan, cheers.
Burp.
Cheers. Whatever.
No.
You can cheer with it, can't you?
No.
There you go.
You
That's
take it and cheer with
Cheers.
it.
Cheers. Thank you. Okay.
Wow, that was good.
Cheers. There you go.